Why can a narrow strip of water only a few dozen kilometers wide influence the price of fuel, the stability of economies, and even the risk of war across the globe? The answer lies in a place most people have never seen, the Strait of Hormuz. Located between Iran and Oman, the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important waterways on Earth. It connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea and the wider Indian Ocean. On a map, it doesn't look particularly impressive. In fact, you could easily miss it. But this small gap in the coastline functions like a valve on a giant pipeline. Every day, enormous oil tankers leave the Persian Gulf, carrying energy to countries around the world. To reach global markets, most of those ships must pass through the Strait of Hormuz. That makes it one of the world's most important maritime choke points. Most people don't realize just how much depends on this narrow waterway. Roughly 1/5 of the world's oil consumption passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Oil exported from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates and Iran all flows through this single route. Large quantities of liquefied natural gas, especially from Qatar, also pass through the strait. Think about that for a moment. A significant portion of the energy powering factories, heating homes, fueling vehicles and supporting entire economies must squeeze through a passage narrower than many cities. But here's the twist. The shipping lanes themselves are much narrower than the strait's total width. Giant tankers travel through designated corridors only a few kilometers wide in each direction. That means an enormous volume of global trade depends on a surprisingly small area of water. This is where it gets strange. The Strait of Hormuz isn't important because of what is there. It's important because of what lies behind it. The Persian Gulf contains some of the largest oil and natural gas reserves on the planet. The strait is simply the doorway. Yet, whoever controls or threatens that doorway can influence energy markets worldwide. And history has shown just how sensitive this route can be. During the 1980s Iran-Iraq War, both sides targeted oil tankers in what became known as the Tanker War. Shipping through the Gulf became dangerous, and global markets watched closely. Since then, numerous incidents involving naval forces, commercial ships and regional tensions have kept the strait in the headlines. The real reason governments pay so much attention to this region isn't just politics. In the first half of 2026, the United States struck Iran. In response, Tehran shut down the strait, causing up to 1,500 ships to be stranded in the Gulf. It's geography. You can build more oil wells, you can build more refineries, you can even discover new energy sources, but you can't easily move a strategic waterway. Geography created the Strait of Hormuz, and geography gave it power. Many countries have tried to reduce their dependence on the strait by constructing pipelines that bypass it. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have invested in alternative export routes that can move some oil directly to ports outside the Persian Gulf. But here's the catch. Those alternatives can only handle a fraction of the total volume that normally moves through Hormuz. If the strait were completely closed, the world's energy markets would face immediate disruption. That's why even rumors of trouble can cause oil prices to jump. Not because ships have stopped moving, but because the world understands what could happen if they do. Most people think of geography as mountains, rivers, and coastlines, but sometimes geography becomes destiny. A narrow gap between two countries has become one of the most important locations in the global economy. Millions of people who have never heard of the Strait of Hormuz still feel its effects every time they fill a fuel tank, pay an energy bill, or buy goods transported across oceans.